to the Seth and Beth podcast in Columbus, Ohio. My name is Beth.
My name is Seth.
Oh, cool. I could be Ashley.
We are here.
Can I
With,
be like Veronica then?
we are here with Ashley and Kelsey here at the beautiful Juniper rooftop at Dock 580. How are you ladies doing today?
We're good.
Great.
Thank us for coming down. You're welcome.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you for letting us come down here. I just set up all this podcast gear over the past hour, and now we're actually ready to rock and roll. But we're going on. Beth and I have been going on location here through some venues in Columbus that we absolutely love, and we had to stop by this place. So Beth, you and I have photographed at Dock 580 like, I don't know, a dozen times probably.
Right.
And we've been at the Loft and the Venue, which is a great name for a wedding venue, the Venue. But the view I'm talking about, ironically enough, is right behind us. We are at Juniper, which is an astounding name. We've heard, Beth, we've been along the whole ride for this. We were very excited to hear this was opening. I was envisioning what this scenic view was going to look like.
Every time we drove by when it was being built,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, babe, now look at it. Oh.
Yeah, and one of our brides coming up, Danielle and Zach, booked this place pretty early on, so we're excited to be here in a few weeks. So I guess by the time this podcast will air, we'll have some more photos on there. But anyway, I'd like to welcome the gals. What Beth and I are trying to do with these podcasts is really let venues that we love photographing at, we want to let you guys tell us your thoughts about the venue, what it feels like to be here, and give potential wedding clients an idea of really what your venue has to offer and the pros and how Beth and I can rock it out as well. So anyway, go ahead and introduce yourself, ladies. Go ahead, Ashley. Start with you.
Okay. Well, I'm Ashley, and I'm one of our event coordinators.
Kelsey, go ahead.
And I am Kelsey. I do our sales and our social media.
Now, how long have you two been working here?
We started on the same
did.
day.
Oh my God.
We're like little twins over here.
Twinsies.
For sure.
Twinsies. Kelsey will say no, but
Did you guys interview for the same job?
no. Different jobs. We just had the same start day.
Yeah. Because I've always been doing our sales from the beginning, and then she does the coordinating, and then she's part of the sales team too.
Nice.
How many weddings do you guys do a year here?
Oh, geez.
700.
People ask that all the
million.
time. I never have the answer.
Like, we do. So we have the 3 different rooms. So Juniper now only does Saturday weddings. We used to do Friday and Saturday. But with the restaurants, we feel that we definitely want to stay open to let those guests come in Friday night and, decompress, have a cocktail, and enjoy the view. So Saturdays, we almost do every Saturday up here. It's crazy between corporate events and weddings.
Sure.
So definitely around 52 to 75 in Juniper.
Yeah, because every once in a while we'll get like a close down on a Thursday or something for a corporate event, maybe a Friday. Yeah. And then the venue Loft can do Fridays and Saturdays.
Do you guys do Sunday weddings over those other two?
We do not.
No.
Okay.
They let us have a day off. It's really nice.
It is nice.
So thankful.
Today's your day off, and you guys
we're
are
here.
here.
Yeah, they came in just for the podcast, so we're super stoked. So what was the concept for this venue? When did the owners come up and say we need to have this?
5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was all just kind of an idea. They went to a bunch of different cities and looked at other rooftops, and then, came up with this plan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're driving by 670 all the time, seeing it, and to be here is incredible. So to describe the place, it's all glass. Like I kind of heard that, but it's kind of like a greenhouse type look where the ceilings, the walls, everything is glass. You can see almost a 360 view of the whole city.
But it doesn't get super warm and humid. It's very controlled. It's incredible.
Yeah. Now, gals, tell me about the roof. What do you guys do for ceremonies here?
Yeah. So the roof, it's kind of hard to describe, but the roof is retractable. So all of the panels stack into each other, so that weather permitting, it kind of disappears. The building can disappear.
Yeah, it all just kind of slides into each other.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then ceremonies, you get that perfect view, and it looks like you're outside, but you are in a building. So we get people come up all the time, and they're like, "Where's the Juniper? It's outside." And we're like, "Well, no, you're outside, but you're actually inside."
Yeah.
So it's really neat. But yeah, we'll do Juniper ceremonies where the roof opens, so you get that perfect view of the city behind you.
Yeah, and I'm sure the walls cut down on the wind a lot. It's obviously windy when you get up high here.
Yeah.
And all these side walls open too. All the glass along those, they accordion into each other, so it becomes one big room if the weather's
Beautiful.
nice.
How many folks can fit up here?
240.
Wow.
That's a lot.
For a
That's
seated
good.
dinner.
So talk about some of the options. I mean, what are some of the options that in terms of catering that folks get with Dock 580, both the venue and the Loft and Juniper? Like, who does the cooking?
We do. Dock 580, we do all of our own catering in-house.
That was a stupid question because you told us about this. But tell us about like when you meet with brides for the first time. I'm totally changing subjects because you went through this, but food is a big thing that most of our clients are always worried about.
Yes.
So what kind of experience, maybe this is a great question, for new clients, brides and grooms, when they are interested in this venue, what kind of experience are they going to get from the two of you when they walk in the door?
5-star.
Well, they
Michelin 5-star.
They start with me because I tour them. I show them all the spaces. We talk about everything they can do, the pricing, all of that. And then once you book, you get a coordinator 9 months before the wedding. So there's some people that don't get a coordinator right away. They have some months to take a break and book their vendors, whatever. And then they get a coordinator 9 months before. And then that's when they start working with Ashley.
Yeah.
Or one of our other coordinators. There's
And
4.
then tell us more about like the experience, like when you help them through the whole process.
Yeah,
Like, tell us all about that.
Okay. So 9 months out as to when we'll make our first contact with you. And we tell people like, hey, this could easily be an 1.5-hour meeting. It could be 3 hours. And it really just depends upon how much they have pre-planned. Sometimes you've been planning your wedding your whole life, so you know every detail before you meet with anyone. And sometimes you're kind of like, well, I just got engaged. I don't know.
We hear that too. Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are very familiar with that.
Yeah.
So we sit down with you and we talk about day of, decor, timelines, where you want your centerpieces, what kind of centerpieces, your color palettes, and all those fun little details, who your vendors are, if you have transportation, if you want a bridal suite, do you want to get ready here? Do you want to get ready off site? There's a ton of different options. And then a big portion is our food. We're a very food-driven company. Our owner is a chef. So he really, really, really wants to make sure that food is absolutely perfect and exactly what you envisioned. And that's one of the biggest things is he's even in the kitchen sometimes. He still pops in now and then and he'll throw a chef coat on and he'll do your plate
He just
up.
can't help himself.
He can't. He
Right?
really cannot.
I have that problem with our laundry. You know, I really. No, I don't. I tell people, I'm not going to change the subject anyway. Like I just use the clothes and they go back. They're just like in the drawer. They're there again. I don't know who does them, but keep going. Yeah, the chef.
It's the laundry fairy.
Yeah,
it is. Like the
I told Beth when I woke up this morning thinking about this venue, and we do obviously we have weddings all over Ohio and beyond, and when I think of Dock 580, I just instantly think of like urban. Like the urban city feel is just really incredible. The brick, sort of the rustic metal. How do you describe this place when no one's ever heard of this place? How do you describe it to people?
I would say like all three are so separate.
They're so different.
I would start with our first one, the venue. It's part of the Smith Brothers. So all 3 of the buildings are the Smith Brothers warehouse, which used to be a hardware company. And then it caught on fire. It was abandoned, caught on fire. Someone came in and redid it. So when they redid it, they thought of, hey, like you can't expand in the city. You have to go up. So when they redid the Smith Brothers building, they reinforced concrete pillars through it to give us the opportunity to build up. So Juniper has been in the plans for a very long time, like Kelsey said. And then they redid the venue, and it's I would say the venue is more the industrial one.
I think the Loft's more industrial, don't you?
I think it's more romantic.
Okay.
Like very like a Tuscan Italian-esque with the low ceilings.
So let me try and describe. The Loft is sort of a, stop me if I'm wrong, it's 2 stories
Yes.
with a sort of beautiful staircase going up one side. The second story has a sort of a hole cut out in the floor with a rail so you can see down and into the beautiful dance floor on the bottom. How many wedding guests can fit in that place? A couple hundred, right?
210.
Yeah, 210.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we've done is the ceremony might be upstairs, and then folks move down to cocktail hour with the beautiful bar. Again, we're talking sort of a dark, romantic, exposed brick.
There's that beautiful bar
floors.
downstairs.
Yeah. I love the Loft.
Yeah. And you guys are awesome. Like there's beautiful parking, but definitely a city feel. You can always see sort of the city in the background.
Yes.
And then the venue is a very, very high ceiling, sort of square rectangular room. Probably holds like 200 as well.
Yeah, 200 if you have a tent and you dance outside. Only 165 if you want to dance inside.
Okay, yeah. And then there's like these, like, I would say very like almost mechanical sort of pillars going up and down. You guys wrap them in like these awesome like twinkle lights that always make for great photos.
Yeah.
But there's a stunning dance floor, and just I think the high ceiling just gives it just a beautiful beautiful
And the courtyard, everyone loves
Yeah,
the
the courtyard.
courtyard.
So
It's like, how is that downtown?
yeah.
Right.
So
Which is amazing too because it's turf. So it doesn't matter what time of the year, you have that perfect
It
green
doesn't
grass.
get muddy and gross.
No,
Nope.
no,
Right.
which is exactly why we wanted turf.
Yeah.
Who wants to walk in the mud?
I know it.
yeah, so we've done multiple weddings on sort of the what did you call it? The sort of the turf field. What do you guys call it?
courtyard.
The courtyard, of course. I was going to say this the square or something, you know, the quad. But yeah, I mean that holds a bunch of people as well. With the turf grass, is beautiful, and the cool part is, you know, you can either have your venue on one side of it, these beautiful pine, like kind of piney type trees, or with the city as a backdrop.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just love it. But Beth, what's your feel when you come down here for Dog 580 weddings? Like,
Well, I bet it's beautiful. I never even knew that you could put a tent outside on the courtyard
Yeah.
and dance out there. I bet that is so awesome. So you like get married inside?
You get married outside, cocktail hour on the terrace, inside for dinner, back to the tent for dancing.
Wow, I
Yeah.
bet that's awesome.
so I'm sure all your clients absolutely love like this location in terms of getting around. Tell us about like what a lot of your clients do, where they stay, where their guests stay, and just the proximity to the city.
I mean, we're so close to everything. So, I mean, you could use any hotel downtown or like in the short north, the Meridian, everything's so close. You can go to the short north to the bars. You can go to the downtown. I mean, people a lot of the time goes to Pins because that's right there. I mean, you could do anything after or before.
Even for us, I do know that obviously in the city we're a little landlocked in terms of the number of trees we can utilize. I mean, we're definitely not in the countryside. But Beth and I have definitely taken clients just on a small walk out to certain places. Even a parking garage is actually quite cool.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And all the brick around the building, everybody just loves how cool the building is itself.
yeah, I was gonna say they have garage doors out back, and like every photographer uses it.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
the blue
and they're
garage
just
doors.
incredible. Like,
Yeah.
our last
Classic.
bride was like, we have to have photos in front of the blue garage door, and I was like, yep, you know that. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mandatory.
Even in the lobby in the Smith Brothers, we've had some cool photos done down there with just the large palm leaf trees that we have in the lobby and all the artwork that we have
I
displayed.
saw them and immediately got excited for our upcoming wedding here in
Oh,
Juniper.
especially
Yeah.
Danielle and Zach with those orange, kind of like yellow, pink, the 4 paintings on the wall.
Yes,
They'll love that. She loves color, so
love it.
So tell me about the feel. When what can potential clients, what can they expect their guests to feel when they come to maybe specifically this either venue? Like talk about. I guess, you know, we've talked about the number of people, we talk about the brick, but like, I guess there's a feeling that I'd love to hear. You guys are here for every wedding, well, almost every wedding. So what does it feel like on a Saturday evening in the summertime, getting married either here or downstairs? Tell me about it. Stumped you, didn't
I always feel stressed.
What a beautiful
I actually
feeling.
feel straight panic.
No, that's I don't know.
I think each one's different. Like the Loft we said is really romantic. You come in and it's so cool. The venue, you always have like this open feeling of walking out on the terrace and you can still see downtown. But then up here, it's very modern. So you come in like this weird door you guys saw. So it's like you're kind of at this like speakeasy. You don't know where you're
Yeah,
going.
like,
You
it's
go
like
up
a
this elevator and
rusty
it's more of
metal
just like
door.
a wow. Like I don't even
Yeah,
know if there's a
right.
word to describe what Juniper's like when you come up.
Oh my gosh, I felt that way. Like when the elevator door opened and you're just like, oh my
You're
gosh, this is so
Yeah.
fancy.
To get to
where
Juniper,
am
there's
I?
like multiple stages of like, where are we? I
Yeah.
think we're lost. And we have signs everywhere. We're like, this is Juniper. You're here. You arrived.
No, it adds
Okay.
to the intrigue. You're right about the speakeasy.
Mhm.
Like downstairs is a sign for Juniper and like this old, like kind of rusty-ish door, but not like a bad
Right.
rusty, like freaking A, this is awesome.
Yeah.
rusty
Like,
Am I in
door.
an
Like,
office space? Am I in
Yeah.
like a gallery? What am I
Yeah.
doing?
And then
Yeah.
you're met by security. So then you're kind of like, what? Like, who's this random person sitting here asking me my name?
What a cool experience, though. You know, you
Yeah.
have your own door, and then you go up to the elevator, and it
Yeah,
opens
come out to this
up.
beautifulness.
Because it opens up right to like the water tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just like, am I seeing this right? Like, oh my gosh. And then when you come in here, you just see the beautiful background.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my gosh, where's the cocktail? Let's
Right.
go.
I think the best part about up here is we try not to, especially if it's sunny and hot, like August, September, the roof we try to keep shut until right when the bridal party is about to walk down, just because that sun does shine in on you. So it's like you're sitting outside. But I would say the best is right before I have some of our staff, they'll open the roof right before we start the ceremony, and no one knows it opens. So they just think it's a glass building, and then they push it. Everyone is just like, ooh.
Oh my
And
gosh.
you get that, like the whole room does it, and then the bridal party, they can hear them because I hide them in the elevator room,
yeah.
so I can sneak them across without anyone seeing them until they enter the room, since it is a glass room. So yeah, and
Oh, I
then they
just got
hear it,
goosebumps.
and they're
That's
just like,
awesome.
they just get so pumped, and that
Right?
just like sets off the mood. So
Like,
it's
let's
really
go.
fun.
Party time.
So
Yeah.
you guys obviously speak with like a passion for your work. You know, I mean, what do you love so much about working here? What do you love about weddings?
Oh, I absolutely love seeing the bride and groom have fun.
I agree.
I stress to them so much that do exactly what you want. Don't let anyone else's opinion kind of steer you this way or that way. Just make it your dream. And I just love helping them get to this point and seeing all the obstacles and all the funs, the highs, the lows.
Yeah.
And then seeing them walk down the aisle and come down, and I'm like there holding the doors for them to exit, and they're just like, we did it. Like, yeah, we're married. I'm like, we're just starting.
Especially
Like,
'cause
we
you've
still have
worked
hours
with
left.
them for 9 months, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
hearing their plan
Yeah.
and envisioning their plan with them, and then to see it all come together.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a moment!
It is. And I love when Kelsey like pops up sometimes. Like, she'll poke her head and they're like, oh my gosh, was that Kelsey? Like, she's the one that we booked with. So they see her kind of like running around.
Love it.
You're on fire today. I like
Thanks.
what you had today. So how can folks get a hold of you gals at Doc 580? What's the best way?
You can send inquiries through our website, and then they go to either me or Gail, and then eventually they come to me.
And,
Or call.
Yeah.
Do you get clients specifically just in the Columbus area, or is this like a nationwide thing? I would assume people really.
It's
Everywhere. I mean, I just had a call from somebody in California today.
Wow.
And it's usually people who like lived in Columbus at one point. It's
Yeah.
just, they're not coming from other places just to
you know,
come
Seth,
here.
one of
but-
our brides and grooms that's getting married here later on, they live in London.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
I
right.
believe
Is that
Are
in
they
the,
in
the venue?
Yeah.
Raquel? Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Raquel and Mark. That's
Mhm.
right. Yeah.
I think OSU, thankfully, just so many people go there and they love downtown. And
Mhm.
so they just remember seeing like the buildings over here.
Right.
But I would say I have like a third of my weddings live out of the state, or like live in Cleveland or Cincinnati
Yeah.
or somewhere.
And a lot of times
Yeah.
they're like, I just want to prove to my family how cool Columbus is. And like
Right.
these venues all do it. So-
Yeah.
Well, Columbus is always like this unique city. I say if you go to Chicago, like at 1 a.m, there's like 6 lanes of still bumper to bumper traffic. It's crazy, but we're on the outskirts just enough to still be
Mhm.
cool, I think. So
Yeah.
like, there's never like any traffic out front.
Mm-mm.
And like I tell people, like most of our Columbus clients are worried about Buckeye Saturdays. Like if there's
Yeah.
a game here, it's like never held us back even once.
No,
So you
campus
can-
is a little bit over there. So
Yeah, you can have events just a couple blocks away, and you still have great access to here. The parking in here is always phenomenal too, especially for vendors. So yeah, we love coming here. So, well, guys, thanks so much for joining us on this.
That's it?
on this That's
That was
it.
so fast.
We can stay. Like I said,
Oh, cool.
we're gonna open the show with politics, religion, and things of that nature.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Yeah.
See ya.
yeah, we have to go.
That's just not as fun as talking about weddings. So, as always, what's the website? Doc 580.
Doc580.com or juniperrooftop.com.
JuniperRooftop.com. You can always find us, Seth and Beth, sethandbeth.com. We are merging with a video company, which will come with a rebrand very soon. So
Ooh.
yeah, we might be losing a little bit of the Seth and Beth panache, but moving
Never.
toward.
We'll always be the Seth and Beth panache.
So
Just under a new name.
that's exciting. So all right, ladies, thank you so much for having us. We can't wait
Thanks
to come
for
back.
having
you.
We'll probably have another podcast here one day to update and talk to you. I could talk to you guys all day about this stuff. So thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Kelsey. Love you, Beth.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thanks. Love you.